Hello, my name is Susie Overton. I am a member of Toast of Inverness and DTC Speaks Toastmasters here in Denver, Colorado. I've also had the pleasure of serving as the Pathways Advisor for District 26. This video is part of a series of videos available for assisting Toastmasters as they begin their journey inside Pathways. And these videos are available on the District 26 website. That would be d26toastmasters.org. This video in particular has been created to assist Toastmasters as they approach a project and actually work inside a project, inside Pathways. I can share with you that my personal experience working in Pathways has been pretty much life-changing. I have gained a tremendous sense of self-awareness. I have also learned many things about listening and interacting and working with others in leadership capacity as well as communication. For me, it really truly has impacted my life in many ways that I could not have begun to imagine when I began my journey inside Toastmasters. Pathways is a wonderful opportunity for everyone, and I know it will be for you as well. Toastmasters Pathways just scratches the surface of many of the subjects that you will encounter, and I encourage you to do more research beyond if the subject matter is of particular interest to you. So without further ado, let's get started and start working in the project so you can understand what we are excited about. There are two ways to access your projects inside Pathways, and that is from the Pathways tab here on the home screen of Toastmasters International by going into Basecamp right here. In addition, we can access our curriculum and our transcript from the Welcome tab after we have logged into the Toastmasters International website. When we do that, we have two options. We can go directly to our transcript, which is a really great option for those who are experienced and savvy with their program and just want to get immediately to the transcript. But for purposes of beginning in the actual program, I recommend that we go to the Go tab under Go to Basecamp and go to Basecamp first. When we open Basecamp, we're given these different panels and lots of information. But the actual education transcript itself is located beneath this panel on the upper left-hand corner. By selecting that panel, it opens up a list of the paths and learning experiences that I am having inside my Pathways program. And it will show a little stack of books off to the left-hand side. That stack of books indicates a path. So in this case, I'm in 3 paths. I'm in motivational strategies, I'm in presentation mastery, and I'm also pursuing the Pathways Mentor program. I'm going to go in and open the curriculum inside motivational strategies and show you how to access the actual icebreaker, which is your first project. As you can see, I've opened up my path of motivational strategies, and it's showing the levels, the 5 levels that I need to complete in order to complete the path. Each level, upon completion, receives a check mark like this down the left-hand side of the menu. In my case, I have finished 4 levels and I am working currently in level 5. I am 67% complete inside the program, and I am looking specifically right now at level 1. If I were to work into level 5 and open that, you'd see that I have not completed the projects there yet, and it's showing a 0% complete of that level. By going back to level 1, which is where we get started, and it's our starting point, we're going to go across here and click on Launch or Activate, the Activate bar, and then the Launch bar. When I open that, it will take me to the actual project of the icebreaker. The very first screen that we see is a navigation screen that is directing us to kind of orient us and help us to understand how to work inside the program. The arrow on the left will take us back. The arrow on the right will take us forward. In addition, there are some screens that have the 4 little dots and the back and the next button. There is more information behind those tabs, and you'll want to make sure you click next until it doesn't open anything else. By clicking on the next page button, it will open up the introduction. And every project has the introduction, and it has an introduction page that talks about the beginning of your project and the culmination and what you're going to accomplish. In the case of the icebreaker, it talks about how as we work through the project, we will learn how to recognize skills we already have. It will build upon those skills to foster confidence and identify areas for improvement. You'll learn to distinguish the basic elements of speech structure and utilize rehearsal techniques that balance preparation and spontaneity. Those two things, learning the basic elements of speech and learning how to balance preparation and spontaneity, are an incredible foundation for every Toastmaster. So spending time inside this project and really reading the material will make a huge difference to your Toastmasters experience. By clicking on the arrow, I will move to the next page. And when that page opens, you'll see the top is shaded out, but below that is an option here to print the entire project. And you can do that by clicking on this link right here. It will show you how to actually print the project. We're going to close that down, and we'll see our assignment with the purpose and the overview and the actual project checklist. Again, every project has a project checklist, and by going into the project checklist form, you can actually see the things that you are to check off to ensure that you have received and done every component of the project. So in this case, scheduling your speech with your Vice President of Education, writing your speech, rehearsing your speech, and most importantly, after you've completed all components of this assignment, you log back into the project and take the assessment for assessing your skills after. That completes the project and is an important part of your progress and showing your progress as you move through the program. Your assignment then is been reviewed here on this screen. This is the assessment that's been asked. They ask you to take an assessment of your skills before you begin this project. All of the projects inside Pathways are very reflective. They're asking you to kind of think about where you are, what you've learned, what you've gotten out of it, so you can actually see the progress that you're making. In this case, this assess your skills beforehand is simply for you. There is nothing about these assessments that has anything to do with Toastmasters or any kind of a test. These are simply skill questions for you to determine your current position in your learning. So by clicking on the next button, it will take us to all of these different skills and questions, and we can identify where we think we are on a level of 1 to 5, and 5 being incredibly competent. Once we've completed that assess your skills beforehand, we will then be taken to a screen that is the competency screen. And as I mentioned previously, Pathways is all about becoming competent in a specific arena. So on this particular page, you will learn the competencies that you are to achieve as you go through the project. In the case of the icebreaker, it is the basic elements of speech, again, balancing preparation and spontaneity, learning how to demonstrate self-confidence in front of an audience, identifying your communication and leadership skills, defining communication and leadership goals that you have as you are working inside Toastmasters. The video navigation screen here is just helping you to learn how to utilize the videos that you will see inside the projects. The videos that are available inside Pathways are significant, and you want to take time to make sure you watch those. In this particular case, they are interviewing people who have given an icebreaker for the first time, and they're talking about their experiences. I think you'll find it invaluable, especially for those who have not spoken before and are a tiny bit uncomfortable. This can be a great comfort to hearing other people speak about their experience. You and your goals. Now, this is where I think the gold clicks in inside these projects. In this particular case, there is a link that will take you to the View Icebreaker Speech Outline Worksheet. By clicking on that link, it opens up the speech outline worksheet, which I think is really almost invaluable to helping you understand how to start, to even write your speech, to think about what you're going to put in your speech and how you're going to construct it. The speech outline worksheet has a place for the speech title, points about yourself that you'd like for your fellow club members to know, your reasons for joining Toastmasters, your goals, asking you to articulate those things on the sheet, and then develop the actual speech itself with an opening, with a greeting and capturing your audience interest and introducing yourself, and then transitioning into the body of the speech with main points and transitions in between. And then concluding in a conclusion where you reiterate the main points of the speech and you close with impact. This particular piece I have found to be almost, it's foundational, truly foundational for every Toastmaster. Once we learn how to use these components and organize our speeches with this basic structure, we're off to a really good start in having a great deal of success in presenting our speeches. If I move to the next screen, I am given more information, and I would encourage everyone to read as much as they can about this. This is telling you information about preparing and presenting your speech, how you can write it out, how then you want to practice remembering the outline, and then connecting with the audience. All very valuable tips. Talking more about preparing and presenting by rehearsing with your friends and your family, recording yourself, practicing in front of a mirror, practicing sections, and timing yourself to ensure that you're in the 4 to 6 minute time frame as a brand new icebreaker. Preparing and presenting, there's more information here about timing and pacing and organization and reviewing and moment to moment. And that's valuable. Take some time to learn through all of that. And then prepare and present is also about kind of thinking about how you're going to relax and how you're going to overcome the anxiety that you have. And there's some very helpful tips inside that page. Once your speech is given in your club, you will be evaluated, and learning how to receive that feedback and being aware of what that evaluation process will be like is very helpful. And these pages right here prepare Toastmasters to receive the evaluation and feedback that they will during the meeting. These screens, again, are just accessed by proceeding to the next. It's talking about listening to your evaluator, thanking your evaluator, receiving the audience evals, and then clarifying anything that you feel like you need to clarify with your evaluator once the evaluation is complete at the end of the meeting. After your speech, it's important to evaluate yourself, and I think that's a piece of the project that is very evident in every one of the projects inside Pathways, to take the time to sit back and think about how you really did do. Reviewing and applying are questions to ponder and things to think about. And then again, another screen that gives you the opportunity to go back and ensure that you have completed all the components of your speech project. Once that is done, you'll have the opportunity to look at the evaluation page itself. This gives you access right here to the evaluation resource by clicking on this link. Every evaluation resource is different inside every path and every project. And this is an opportunity for you to share that evaluation resource with your evaluator. And then it'll also kind of go through and details the breakdowns of the scaling criteria that will be used on the evaluation form, the 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And again, if you look at this, it says level 3 is accomplished. Accomplished means that's pretty darn good. Level 5s, when you're given 5s on some of your criteria, you should be seeking to be paid for the work that you're doing. So applaud yourself when you receive levels 3, and understand when you're in the developing and integrating stages of 1 and 2. This also gives you the opportunity again to go back and print your project and access the Icebreaker Speech Outline Worksheet. This is where you assess your skills after. So your speech has been given. Now you get to come back in here and assess your skills after. And once you've done that, you'll receive a comparative screen here showing the before and after, how you feel about understanding the basic structure of speech, how you are aware of your strengths as a communicator and leader, and how confident and calm you are in front of groups. Once you receive this congratulations screen, you want to give yourself a big congratulations because you have finished it. And this now means that the project is complete. Once you have seen this screen at the end of the project, your Icebreaker project will show complete inside the curriculum. Now the check mark will appear above the Icebreaker and it will be complete. You can launch back into any project in your path at any time for review. I find that to be very comforting. Oftentimes I find material that I really want to go back to, so that's important for you to know. Again, I've learned so much working in Pathways, and I hope that this will have been helpful to you about the actual approach and actually working through page by page inside your Pathways projects. I am very confident that you will have incredible success if you seek to understand the information and material located here. Best wishes to you as you begin your journey.